Hi. I tried to do this a little bit ago and my microphone was muted. So that's good. I'm gonna pay more attention. I think it was a hard mute, not a cord moving on its own mute. I went on a little bit of a rant and maybe it was 10 minutes with being muted, maybe it wasn't. I don't know. And there it goes again. What on earth is making this just a mute? I am so frustrated with a very nice microphone that just constantly loses connection. I don't even think I've had this bitch a year. But anyway, welcome to the Do Good Letters, place where we like to have a disaster around every waking moment. Anyhow, I'd been around the internet and watched the trial a lot today, of course. Almost all of it. Did a little live stream earlier on some of it. And I have thoughts. Mostly about what seems to be going around the internet. Thoughts about Alec. Apparently from people on Court TV. I can't figure out how to see commentary from Court TV. I see their live streams, but I am not sure that Court TV is on TV in my area. But saw tweets from Mandy Matney, who has the Murdaugh Murder podcast, and some other people like Eric Bland, Liz Farrell, who have stated that a lot of folks, especially on Court TV, were saying that they believe Alec is innocent because of the many times that he has broken down emotionally, cried, sobbed. I think I even saw a big Blair Witch snot fest come out of his nose on a clip that I watched. I'm perplexed at two things. One, at how many people have not encountered or are familiar with emotional manipulation. I know what you're thinking. Or maybe I don't. Maybe I'm in your brain. Maybe I'm not. But what you're thinking is, JC, you pretty much hate this dude. So, of course, you're going to argue that he's guilty. How could anybody think he's not? I'm so blinded by my own opinions of him. Sure. I hear you. I'm not saying you're wrong. That I've got a strong opinion of him and his guilt or innocence. Is it that people are unfamiliar with tactics men will use, even seemingly physically strong, stout, manly men? Will use the, well, I'm just a humble Southern boy. I'm just not that smart, and I wish you could help me, and Da, da, da. Have you guys never encountered anyone like that before? And I'm sure it's not only reserved for those who are Southern. But men can be emotionally manipulative too. As someone said, I think it was Eric Bland, please don't forget that this man has conned so many people. At least it seems so, allegedly, in my opinion. I'm perplexed at that alone. Then I'm perplexed on how big Mandy's podcast is and how much people apparently just haven't listened to any of it. I'm not saying all of it. It's long, it's lengthy. There's a buttload of episodes, but you haven't clicked on just one. Have you not heard that isn't just a rumor, it doesn't seem, that there is alleged evidence there was found on the Moselle property during the investigation of Maggie and Paul's murder. There's evidence that was discovered that night that ties into someone else's death from years prior. Have you not heard of the Jellyfish Company? Have you not heard of Hakeem Pinckney's story? Do you know Alex's bro friend, Russell Lafitte? Did you follow any of that case? Have you heard of Palmetto State Bank? Corey Fleming? Judge Duffy? How many coincidences can you honestly believe in? I'm a little concerned that there's a great number of people out there who base someone's guilt or innocence solely on someone's tears. I'm perplexed by that. I'm also kind of ties into that. Perplexed on some of the responses on Brian Eaton. I don't know how you say his name. I'm perplexed by his last name. Okay? I'm perplexed by it. Let me see here. Where's my square screen? I haven't done a nighttime stream in a while, and I can't pronounce the word so well while I'm tired. Let's see here. No. Yes. Click. So this is under Brian Inton's a thread. He Twitter thread. Thread. And then the tweet that this is under is interesting in and of itself. Pardon me. This person says, I didn't really know what to think before this. I definitely didn't think that he did it, for sure. With the evidence so far, it's really not looking great for the prosecution. Are we watching the same trial? Did you not hear the defense attorney on opening statement mention that, hey, I know my client lied to law enforcement, but that doesn't mean he did it. I know he lied to law enforcement like the night they were there investigating, the murder of his wife and son, but like that doesn't mean anything. Everybody does that. What? What? Here, which is pretty disturbing. I think this is gonna hurt a lot of people. I almost kinda hoped this would never come out. But Brian Enton, however you say his name, the reporter dude, says the attorneys in Alec Murdaugh's trial have agreed to release redacted versions of all body camera videos. We expect to get the redacted videos tonight or tomorrow. Great. For one, this is going to be even more of a shit show. If any of the jurors have not heard of this trial and case before, I don't see how they're not going to hear about it after these come out. More and more people are going to be freaking talking about it in their area. Small town, small county. I'm just waiting for the defense attorney to pop up with proof that someone in the jury watched a video or has a photo of them having a conversation with someone. I just I don't see how any of this is avoidable for the jury members to not come in contact with someone talking about this, even unintentionally so. I really don't understand why the jurors weren't sequestered from the beginning. I'm sure that would be extremely difficult. But how many mistrials do you want to have? Maybe people are betting on this, so maybe they'll take it to federal court? I don't know. My favorite book is Midnight in the Garden of Good and Evil, but Lord, I really don't want Mercer trials. I feel so bad for everyone that has been affected negatively by this man and his friends. I am just at a complete loss. But hopefully, those who are on the jury aren't swayed by, because perhaps they're used to it. I don't want to say immune for it, but know what signs to look out for. The kind of emotional manipulation that could or could not be, in my opinion, speculative, happening with Alec crying. He didn't cry on any of the phone calls that have been released from him being in jail days after. No, I guess it wasn't days after, but being incarcerated when his wife and son were no longer living. He's never asked, from the ones that have been released at least, hasn't asked, like, has anyone been investigating? I miss my wife. I miss my son. It's been about, like, Slim Jims and stuff like that and how much weight he's lost because he's working out, man. How soon after were there photos of him being out? After they died? Just having a jolly good time? Strange, man. It's all strange. All right. Well, I'm going to end this because I'm tired. And also because there ain't nobody here but me. So thanks for listening later. We'll talk soon.